I'm a zero RBer. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let 'em go, let 'em go. Rooks rise like the break of dawn. Let 'em go, let 'em go. The perfect RB year is gone. Here I stand, and here I say, let the zero RB storm rage on. The Hero RB strategy never bothers me anyway, by the way. What's up? Welcome into the BS Listener Show. Mitty, how you doing today? It is March 25th. We're going to get going. We're drafting Disney Princesses Battle Royale. We're doing a nickname show. We're going to finish up some nicknames for every team. And on top of that, we're doing our own mock draft, baby. Let's go. How you doing, Smitty?
Dude, I'm blown away by your singing, man. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Disney, call him.
Call me Disney. I want to be a prince, man. I want to, I could do that. Get my tight shorts on.
That'll be pretty sick.
Yeah, be like a sex symbol prince. Like that's how I want to roll. But all right, Smitty, let's get this going. We need to talk about the news that broke a few hours before we started potting today. Let's spend some time talking about the New York Giants. They go out and they sign Jameis Winston. It's either yesterday or the day before, and now they sign Russ. Haven't seen the full details of the contract, but I saw a little alert that it's upwards of 21 million a year, probably very incentive based. Mm-hmm. What are we doing here, Smitty? What the hell does this mean? What are the Giants doing?
Dude, you know what? This is going to be one of the funniest, and I mean funniest, like most hilarious quarterback battles I've seen in my life. Like, I mean, I really do wish Hard Knocks could have stuck around with the Giants for one more year just so I could see this battle because, man, seeing Jameis Winston, like, become a very serious person all of a sudden against Russ, who's going to probably goof it up during this battle here. I really wish I could see it play out, but
I'll tell you who knows how it's going to play out.
So
you know who knows how it's going to play out? The Giants GM's son. He knows it. He called the best player in last year's draft. Made sure his dad looked like an idiot in Nashville, and you actually reminded me of that today, Smitty. That's hilarious. I forgot. Go get JD5. Go get him.
For real. And now, I don't know. I actually feel really great about Jameis Winston winning this because some of Jameis Winston's best games last year completely outdo whatever the heck Russ was doing last year. So, I don't know. I kind of hope Jameis wins this job. And honestly, if Jameis does win this job, I feel even better than I did about Neighbors than before. Like, I don't know. I might have to find a way to get a share or two. Gonna be tough, but.
So people forget that if the Pittsburgh didn't pay Russ last year. If a team actually had to pay him, he probably wouldn't have a job. And I remember the game when, Russ came back and he was healthy after all that crap and they bench Fields and Russ goes on with his deep ball and Tomlinson's up there. He's like, why'd you start Russ? That's a good call. He's like, that's why they pay me the big bucks. Well, pay somebody the big bucks, get a quarterback. But Smitty, man, like, I don't understand what the Giants are doing here. Like, they could clearly have the 101 next year if they just run it with DeVito. Like, if they just run it with him. Now, what are they trying to do? They're trying to be a 600 or 500 football team? Like, I just don't get why this makes sense. They're way further away than a 40-year-old quarterback. My opinion. Or two 40-year-old quarterbacks.
I just doing a quiet tank is just not in the. It's just not in their. It's not in their. They can't do it because the GM and the GM and the coach, their jobs are on the line, so they can't do that. But
for two of them,
this is a weird way to keep the job, though. I'll say that.
But get two of them, like you could have just signed Jameis and been like, all right, maybe wind up with the 101. And it looked like we tried. We couldn't figure out a deal with Russ. Like, what does this mean for Neighbors? I mean, there's people that are going to go, oh, the DK years and Russ, oh, the sky bomb, all that. And I could care less. I'm publicly finally saying it. It has been a year in the making that I have said maybe Brian Thomas Jr. is the best wide receiver in the draft class going into last year's rookie draft. I've said he's creeping up. I have said he's better than Marv. I have yet to say he's better than Malik Neighbors, but officially Brian Thomas Jr. is a wide receiver 1 of last year's class. Malik Neighbors is going to have a quarterback issue for a while. Brian Thomas Jr. has already gone out there and been the wide receiver 4 on a year when prospectively most wide receivers stayed healthy that year or last year. So I'd rather have BT Junior, and if I can pivot off neighbors into BT Junior and a piece, I would do that in a heartbeat. And
Or
I'm sure
sure.
the majority of the community probably still has neighbors well above BT Junior. I don't get it.
Well, you know what? Okay, okay. In a startup, Neighbors is going like in the first round, right? And
And
BT Junior in the second round.
like
You
right
could
at the
take
top of the
advantage of
second.
that so easily. Oh my goodness. If you're in the first round and you're looking at Neighbors like as the best player available, trade back. Trade
Yeah.
back.
So BT Junior and a second round for Malik Neighbors.
Oh my
You can get
goodness.
that
Yeah.
done all day, dude.
Yeah.
You can get that done all day.
I'm
I would
trying to
do
see
tier.
how low could I go. It wouldn't be a third. Would it maybe did you know okay, how do you feel about this? Let's say you're the one with Malik Neighbors, right? You want BT Junior and playing the way you play, your running backs are probably not the best. Would
I
you do
did do a
others
song for a zero RB strategy. Yes.
right? Would you trade away Neighbors for DeAndre Swift and BTJ?
Yes.
I feel like that'll really help out if
Yes.
you have that type of situation going.
And everybody that's listening to me, I already have Brian Thomas Jr. I can't go buy him anywhere. Like he's my most rostered player. And I made sure of that last year. But I would take anything on top of it. I have Brian Thomas Jr. ranked above Malik Neighbors, and I get it. It's you know, I gave this analogy, but I feel like we're putting Jamar Chase and T. Higgins into one body. Like you get the big boy. The last 10 games for BT Jr., like he kept getting better and better and better. And that was a story of him in college as he had that one big year, but everything was leading up to him just getting like much better every single game. And he's still doing that as a pro. And I think he can glide up there. And I have him right in that Jamar Chase, Jetta's or zone. By the end of next year, we're going to be talking. Do we want BT Jr. because he's 3 years younger than these guys? So I like that. I like that. Neighbors is still good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at Neighbors. He did well with crappy quarterback play last year. You know, it is what it is, but I like them both. I just prefer BT Jr.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's your lowest you would go? I mean, I'm BT Jr. and a piece just for Neighbors, like whatever that piece is. I mean, I don't want a third or fourth because I can get value out of it. I'm not just going to give it. I'm going to get the value, but what is the lowest for you?
I'm just probably a running back. Like DeAndre Swift is probably. You know what? The lowest I would go is a Trey Benson, a guy who is currently a backup, but like at some point we know he's going to take the reins.
Trey Benson, Jalen Wright,
Yes.
just
Tank
something like
Bigsby
that.
even. Tank
Yes.
Bigsby even.
Oh, that's a good trade. Tank Bigsby, BT Jr. from a league. I'd take that. I
Rashad
think that
White,
really
like
helps
just like
you.
a number two that people like kind of like over, you know.
That's the trade, dude. I like it. I think you can actually get a third on top of that, but go get yourself some Rashad White. Like, you know me, it's either going to be him or Travis Etienne. One of those two are going to be steals and drafts by the time the year starts. All right, let's get into Diggs signed to the Patriots.
A lot of money.
What was the contract terms? Because that just happened today. We're literally just catching up as we got
I believe 3
recording
years,
here.
69 million.
How much? 3 years, 69?
Yeah.
What's guaranteed? Does it say anything?
Okay, that I don't know actually. That I don't know. We're about to find that out.
So I love this for Drake May owners. You know, we saw what Diggs did for Josh Allen when Josh wasn't an accurate quarterback and he became a very accurate quarterback. Diggs is very friendly, not the same guy that I think Josh Allen had. Don't get me wrong, but I think it helps. I really think it helps Drake May. I'm not going crazy if I'm a Diggs owner. I would like to sell this news if I'm a Diggs owner.
Okay, I mean, within this week, he's gonna be way pricier than he should. So I kind of wait till like the dust settles and see if I can get him for a third. Because I think there'll be production. I think there'll be wide receiver 2 production. I can see that. It's just we gotta wait till he's healthy, which they're saying above schedule already. He might be ready for week 1.
Of course.
So I don't know. I'm gonna try to buy him very low, but right now it's not the time.
And when I
But
look
if
at
I
a
could
guy like
sell for a second, that'd be perfect. Even the 211, I send him away for that.
Yeah, I agree. I think you can extract a little bit more value than that, obviously. But I mean, if you got to, you got to, because what are we trying to do in fantasy football? You know, I've asked this question before, but like, how many top 24 wide receivers can there be each year? 24, right? I don't feel he fits the mold as a top 24 wide receiver. So now we're pushing into top 36, between 24 and 36. Well, I would rather the liquidity of that pick and use it throughout the year to go fit a need when I need it than right now. I think. I'm wrong a lot, though, dude. Who knows?
Well, we'll see.
All right, so Raiders. Sorry, let's talk Raiders signing a tight end. They're clearly moving on from Michael Mayer, right?
It seems like it. Hey, a nickname, Michael Myers.
Yep.
But
I did say his nickname, didn't I?
Yeah, that was pretty sick. But honest God, I hope so. I need justice for that man because it was so sickening to me when they drafted him the year before as a top tight end prospect, maybe even the number one, like next to Kincaid, and then the next year get the actual top tight end prospect. So yeah, I need Myers to be something now. Michael Myers.
I think he's worth taking a shot on.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
Sure. I would buy him in all Dynasty formats. Well, premiums. We only talk premiums, but I would go buy him. He's a stab in the dark. He's cheap enough where if he gives you any production, it's awesome. If he doesn't, but I believe he's going elsewhere. All right, man, let's talk some nicknames. You want to talk some nicknames here? All right, we're looking to have some fun on this show, guys. So let's kick back. We're going to go division by division, team by team. We're about 2 years into this podcast, and we've created some cool nicknames along the way, but we're officially making sure every team has a nickname today. This is an NFC West podcast. We are starting with the NFC West. So here's the nicknames that we've got in the NFC West right now. We have everybody locked down. We've got the Cardinals have McBeast.
Trey McBeast.
We're only allowing one nickname per team. So I was hoping to give Marvin Harrison Jr. the nickname not BT Jr. today, but we can't do it. So it is McBeast because he's our favorite player, I think, in all fantasy football. We have Kyron Williams, 204. Now, we nicknamed 204 because of 204 yards he did against the Cardinals and 2 touchdowns 1 week. So we got that one. So you hear us talk 204, we're talking Kyron Williams. Then we've got Kenneth Walker III. We just called him Sticks. Great nickname there.
Yeah, think about your own Sticks, Hammer.
Oh, let's go. Who do we have for the 49ers, Smitty?
Hey, we named him Too Sweet from the Hosier because of the Hosier song because Ryan loves him some Brock Purdy. And honestly, I want him to get paid already because it's getting late. It's getting late, Niners. Give him the money.
So can we talk about, I do think it's a time to go buy Brock Purdy in places. I have apologized. I'll always apologize for my bad advice that I give, but I was adamant of pivoting off of Joe Burrow and getting like a first and Purdy. I was wrong, but I do think Brock Purdy has much, much better days in store for him. But the man is so sweet. You just look at him. He's got that baby face. He doesn't ever look like he's mad. He just looks like the good old guy that you want your daughter to marry, Yeah,
I mean, if my daughter decides to be a Niner fan out of nowhere, which, boy, where did I go wrong?
Yeah, so we got Too Sweet. All right, NFC East. Well, there we go. We've got the NFC East covered here. Cowboys. What are we doing with the Cowboys, Smitty?
We're not fans, so with that being the case, no nickname for them.
Yep, they don't get a nickname. We're not Cowboys fans. But we do, if you listen to the last podcast, we called Pink Pony Girl Devontae Smith because he profiles like a good wide receiver. He wants to be a good wide receiver, doesn't get the ball. He used to be the best wide receiver 2 in football. I'm not even drafting him. Like where he's going, I just don't want anything to do with him. He's too expensive in my viewpoint. I'm not tearing down for him. So that's Pink Pony stuff, right?
The way we came, I'm sorry. The way we had that discussion on who should be the Pink Pony Girl and the way we came, it's just fantastic. Oh, you gotta watch the episode. It's literally the previous one. That was funny.
Get at it. Then new nickname. Last podcast we talked about it. What are we gonna call JD?
Louis Vuitton, Mr. LV. That man, he loves some flair. He loves some flair. He's a big fan of the store, and God, we are big fans of him.
Dude, this man probably spends $500,000 of Louis Vuitton. Probably more than that. I know how much that stuff costs. It's ridiculous. There's a private catalog for Louis Vuitton of crap that only CEOs of real people get that have like, the FU money out there. I bet you spends $1 million plus at Louis Vuitton out there. But him talking smack to his boys at Louis Vuitton the other day was great. Then quickly, we did a song about neighbors because we do love neighbors. And we are just flat calling them into the IZA, B to the ER. Yep,
Yes.
That's your hands up. That's usually when I say wide receiver 1, get your damn hands up. Wide receiver 2, get your damn hands down.
Oh, no. I mean, well, that's where he is. He's behind BTJ, and that's a fact now.
So those are what we got established for those. Now, let's get into some nicknames. We are nickname players right now on the spot. NFC South, we have the Saints. So, who do we want to take a stab at? Do we want to make fun of Derek Carr here? Does he deserve a nickname?
Yeah, I was just about to say Guyliner. I was just about to say.
Guideliner?
Yeah, Guyliner. Like, because I don't know, it looks like he's always wearing Guyliner. Like, his eyes always just look black for no reason. Like, someone just knocked him out every time before a game.
Looking like a raccoon out there always.
Looking like exactly. So that was just the first thing I thought of, but we could probably get more creative, honestly.
Yeah, let's, you're not a Beatles fan, but I am. There's an old song called Rocky Raccoon. We're going to call him Rocky Raccoon out there.
I'll take it. Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. I like it. Now, I don't even know how to spell it.
Is that a positive song?
It's actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's really fitting. Now that I'm thinking about the lyrics, legitimately, it's about a song where guys basically cheating on him. He's having to, he's mad about it. He goes to fight. He grabs a gun, and at the end of the story, he ends up dying. And I think I think Derek Carr is going to have a death in the NFL this year. He's going to straight go to Deshaun Watson this year. Oh my gosh, that's great. All right, let me share this. Let's share this actually.
Okay.
Boom. All right, Rocky Raccoon. I like it. Derek Carr. That's my most hated player in all of fantasy football. He will never do me right. All right, Falcons, man. We got a lot of players to choose from.
There's so many options. Oh my God, there's so many options.
You want to be positive or negative on this one, Smitty?
Oh, absolutely positive. We have got to be nice. We got to be nice because they gave so many teams the blueprint, and I honestly think that one of these teams are going to pull a Penix and just draft a quarterback that they seemingly don't need. I really do feel like someone's going to do that. But I don't have a nickname for Penix yet. I don't.
So I think what the Falcons need at this point is a savior. I do think they need that. I'm hoping that he can be the savior because we do. We love Penix, but we haven't seen it on the field yet. Last year, or last episode, we were talking about J.J. McCarthy versus Penix. You were on the J.J. McCarthy side. I was on the Penix side. But we haven't seen anything on the field yet. So I think we need to stick to Drake London, Smitty. Like, I feel we need to stick to that because, we've got a lot of hope around Drake, and it's always a lot of hope. And he finally did okay last year, but it was very inconsistent, no QB. So we either got to stick to him or Bijan.
What about Mooney? Mooney was kind of a thing. Well, that was with Kirk, though. That was with Kirk. I don't know if that'll translate at all.
I am drafting Mooney every startup I'm in right now. Let's just call him Money Mooney.
Eminem.
I like it. Dude, he's so good.
I don't know. I really do hope he repeats because if so, like you said, he could be a freaking steal.
I think it happens again. What we saw on the field last year, like the thing about Kirk Cousins, Smitty, is he likes his dogs and he always feeds them. And I know he was getting Drake going, but it was clearly Mooney who Kirk preferred. And I don't think Kirk prefers somebody just because they do breakfast. Like I think he prefers him because the way he runs his routes, how open he was, and how consistent he was. So I'm digging it. I think Mooney is an absolute buy, especially, start 11s or more. He's legitimately a dude I want as my wide receiver 4 in formats like that.
I go as low as a late second, like a 2. I just keep thinking 2 at 11. Like it's one of those picks where it's like it's a glorified third, but it's also it's still in the second round in a class like this. Like you can get something. So
you can get Mooney and Brian Thomas Jr. from Malik Neighbors.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
I think manager would be ready to part with Mooney for that. Man, the hype around
Yeah. Oh
Neighbors
my
is
God,
hot.
I'm getting Neighbors. Are you kidding me? Let's go.
Yeah.
I will lose it.
Like, I think when you're trying to get a trade for Mooney, I think he's a throw-in piece that you're actually targeting him in a trade. And you're just like at the end, oh, just throw in Mooney. I just need Mooney.
That's a good move. Honestly, I love that.
Yeah. All right, Panthers. What we got for the Panthers today?
So I'm trying not to get to the low hanging fruit, but every time I think of Bryce Young, I think of him walking into the offseason last year with a freaking backpack, like he's your little nephew, dude. This guy looks insanely young, and that backpack just didn't help. But I don't know. I don't want to hit him. I don't want to hit him. I
We
want to.
could go a little Neff.
Let's do it. Let's do. I mean, I didn't mean. I really didn't want to make fun of his height, but I couldn't help it.
All right, so little Neff's on the table. If we we could always go Colonel Sanders for Joel Sanders, but I don't think he's done enough to get a nickname yet.
Ooh, ooh, I feel good. I feel good about that actually.
But what about Chuba, dude?
Chuba
Chuba's like our most.
needs a
Like,
name because he's a dude. He really showed up last year. Thank goodness. I'll say this though, I am quite like just slightly worried because Rico showed up at the right time last year. So
stop it.
I don't know if Rico keeps it up.
Stop it.
Ooh, Rico is on the team. Do we have a name for Rico? We can't
don't.
do Uncle Rico because
We had a nickname for Rico last year, and it was a my fucking guy. That's what his nickname was. And it was a rocky start to the year, but he won me so many damn best balls last year.
Oh yeah. He really showed up.
All right, so Chuba. If we go Chuba,
Okay, go back to Chuba.
Chuba, Rico. So let's talk superhero. Who do we think a good superhero, an underrated superhero is? Because I think Chuba's the most underrated running back in football for where you can
100%.
draft him right now. Like, he has a legitimate chance to be a top 8 hammer in your lineup next year, depending on these rookies that come out. But, I mean, he can do it, dude.
Now, when I think of the most underrated superhero, I always think of the Flash because his abilities, like what he can do with speed is just like it opens up a lot. He can do so much. Like he can do time travel. He can I don't know. I'm not really thinking about the Flash right now, but I don't know. Chuba's not that fast, so that's the issue. He's not like fast enough to call him Flash, but man, I should regret even bringing that up.
We could go Spider-Man and just call him Noir because he is the dark horse, baby. Nah, that's not good.
That was badass. I like that. And then
I like Little Neff. We can go at this all day. Little Neff it is. God, he's just such a tiny little guy. What are you doing with Bryce? I know we've talked about this a little bit, but like, if Bryce doesn't turn out, like, actually hit, like, you'll never get this price you can get for him right now. And it's not that expensive right now either.
I mean, look, there's a handful of leagues where I am QB needy, and he is the perfectly fine QB2 in my opinion. And I think he's just going to build on what they worked out last year. I think they're also going to improve a few more things. I don't know. I think serviceable quarterback 2. If I need, I'm definitely going to go. He's kind of like Justin Fields, where it might really even be a rental.
So Sam Darnold versus Bryce. Like, I know we could talk age, and people draft for age all day long. Like, I prefer Sam Darnold, dude.
Okay. Me too. Actually, me too. Because I think Sam Darnold has a chance to really. I don't. He could.
That says a lot. You hate Sam Darnold.
Year, but he can like make himself become Baker. Like he can really. This is his chance to Baker it up. You know, like give himself like a real home. You know, like that. I just see that type of path for a Darnold. So I do prefer Darnold.
Wow, you hate Bryce, dude. Because all right, let's go. McRib for the Buccaneers. Look, for new listeners out there, we named this guy the McRib Special because this guy came on starting December 5th during those games last year. The McRib sandwich came out December 4th. And from that moment on, while the McRib was around, guys, McMillan was like a top 12 wide receiver. So when the McRib is in town, get yourself some McMillan. So it comes out holiday season. Make sure you trade for him before Halloween.
Seriously, look at it. It's legit.
We have an NFC North with no nicknames in them. We don't have one single player nickname in the NFC North. We apparently hate the NFC North. Why is that?
You know what? I just thought of one right now.
What do you got?
Packers, Romeo Dobbs, Diva Dobbs. Because goodness, what a show he put on. And I'm not talking about like a performance. Like I'm talking about just a show and like, I'm the number one. Not Jaden Reed, who we love. Not Christian Watson, who's always injured. Me. You know, like it just really cringed me out if I'm being honest. So Diva Dobbs is how I'm feeling.
I like that. That man pissed me off last year. And I do like Romeo Dobbs, but he pissed me off because I'm a Jaden Reed guy. And when he threw that hissy fit, dude, they just started pounding the ball to him. I'm like, why isn't my Reed getting his targets now? Like, he really hurt me, dude. But I like it. Diva Dobbs, baby. Bears. All right, we got a lot of things we can nickname on the Bears. Do we want to nickname our first coach and maybe go with Ben Johnson here? Do we want to go... Caleb, we're not nicknaming yet because I have a feeling we're going to give him not a positive nickname, even though we do love him moving forward. Rome, we can go a lot of places with Rome. Who deserves the nickname on this one, Smitty?
That was awesome. You could go a lot of places with Rome. That was so sick that you did that. All right, well, dude, our first coach, let's do that. I want to call him like not necessarily a magician, but I don't know. His trickery.
The illusionist.
To work. Should
we just call him the illusionist?
Say what?
The illusionist?
The illusionist is super badass. Yes, actually. I just hope he keeps that up with the Bears. That's all. I want him to do that to the Lions.
Bro, last year, I enjoyed watching the Lions so much. The shit that they were doing, like the fall down of the running back, like they fumbled, like the most ridiculous crap I've ever seen. This
Even
dude,
I have to get up to that. That was good.
Guys, Sleeper had the best nickname of the offseason, the Chi-Town Wall for the offensive lineman. Like, this just said, Ben Johnson, we saw what you did. You do it exactly here. We're going to start with the offensive line. They are going to get Genty or they're going to get a Marion Hampton. Like, Ben Johnson needs that dude. And I hope, Smitty, especially if it's Genty, the entire room goes nuts like they did when they drafted.
Oh my goodness, they banged the table like they did for Gibbs. I would love that. And honestly, maybe they should intentionally recreate it. I think it'll be funny. Like, just intentionally recreate that moment because was it a moment? Honestly though, even if they don't get a running back in the first round, they could totally get a dope one in the second.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Benny boy, man, he wants the eliteness in that position. All right, temperature check, Smitty. We have argued about this now for 3 years. Okay. I was always on the Jahmyr Gibbs over Bijan Robinson.
Here we go.
I have never got off of that.
That's true.
Where are we? Because statistically, Jahmyr Gibbs is doing shit that Bijan just ain't.
If I'm on the clock, though, there's almost no chance I draft Gibbs over Bijan because oh my goodness, I have so much respect for David Montgomery. He scares me. Like he scares the ceiling, even though we know the ceiling is still very high for Gibbs. It's just, I don't know. He hampers it a little bit, and I can't fully get on board. Meanwhile, Algier there, he doesn't scare me at all. I still like Algier in the backfield. I mean, he's gonna get some touches, which is annoying, but Bijan is basically the guy.
I'm firmly at Jahmyr Gibbs being my RB1. Like, I believe it's him and then tier 2, and Bijan is the top. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Like, I really do. Dude, Gibbs.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
My heart.
So you mentioned Tyler Algier. I've been thinking about this since I did that trade for Puka and everything. Who do you prefer, Charbonnet or Algier?
Charbonnet.
Is it close?
No, because no, it's not. I'm so worried. Okay, I'll be honest. I'm a little bit worried about Seattle. I am because that line. I mean, they need to address. If they don't draft an offensive line with their very first pick, I'm gonna be like, then I'm just gonna assume that that run game's gonna be everything, which is why I feel very good about Kenneth Walker. But it might really be a 1-2 thing. And I
Yeah.
no, I only
So
see Algier as a backup. That's the issue.
so that Puka trade I did, and by the way, here was a trade. Start 10, full PPR. I gave Drake London, Roma Doomsday, and the 306 and Tyler Algier for Puka, a 2026 mid to late first, the 202 this year, and Charbonnet.
Bro, you
And no, so get me. I know everyone's gonna be like Drake and Rome. Oh my gosh, Rome, Ben. I get it. Everybody. I have Justin Jefferson on this team. I have Brian Thomas Jr. I have Marvin Harrison. I have Xavier Worthy, Debo Samuel, Jaden Reed. I mean, like, I it's good. I wanted to consolidate and hopefully get a top 3 guy. But
I think you smoked that trade in every way. I totally forgot about the running backs. You got a Charbonnet here now?
I did. I literally,
Brilliant.
so he wanted Algier, and I was like, I was pretty firm on my price, but I was like, look, just kick me back another backup running back because he's got Bijan and he just wanted his handcuff. And I got the trade, and I'm like, Sharp. I was like, shit, I thought he was going to put Ford in there. Except, all right, let's get back to this so we don't go too long. My bad. I got really off track. All right, Vikings. Who do we want to give?
Well done. I'm sorry. Well done. I mean, it might be hack at this point, but Hawkinson, Hercules, we that might be hack actually.
All right, I'm good with that.
You go with that? Okay. Hawkinson, I mean, he looks like what I imagine a live action Hercules in Disney form, not in no non-Disney Hercules. I mean, the Disney Hercules is who he reminds me of.
TJ Hack to the house. How's that sound?
Let's do it. Lions. Oh, we can go anywhere with this. You can go anywhere. I mean, Sun God's already taken. Sonic and Knuckles already taken. Uh, Jared Barr. I mean, whatever Jared's name. He's already taken. Yeah, can go anywhere. Sam
Yeah,
Laporta.
they got a lot of
He's
nicknames on all the podcasts.
one, but uh, I don't think we're gonna stick with that because he didn't keep it up. Um, no, that
Oh no, dude, we already got this, man. I'm sorry. This isn't in the database. Big bro, little bro. That's the nicknames.
that's right.
We forgot about that. We did have that nickname. So big bro's David Montgomery. Little bro is
Jameer Gibbs.
Gibbs. We nicknamed that before Sonic
That's right. We sure
and
did.
Knuckles. We did. All right, AFC East. This one's fun. Drake May. Smitty, you had the song. You did it. You literally did the Footloose song, Drake Maniac. You're the Drake Maniac guy.
Maniac on the field, and he's throwing like we never seen before.
Yeah, baby, let's do it. Buzz Lightyear. Y'all here's this was our first nickname we ever gave on this podcast because this dude's
Sure
to
is.
the moon. We did this after week 1 last year. Buzz Lightyear is Devon Achon. And by the way, we won't even say Achon's name. We will just say Buzz Lightyear. So roll with us, guys. We don't have anyone on the bill.
But real quick, would you pay a 104 in this year, the 2025 104 for Buzz?
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Here's why. Okay, bear with me. I still think Jalen Wright is going to be a thing there. I still think he's a very undervalued running back. I think that there is a chance that the implosion wasn't just to a related injury for 4 weeks last year, and it might roll into this year. Tyreek's getting older. Buzz Lightyear's light. I just prefer other backs right now. Cheaper. And I think at the 104, like, I'm seriously looking down at this and I'm like, all right, the 104, we're talking Hampton, we're talking Tet, we're talking and a tight end premium, 2 first-round tight ends probably, and then we haven't even got into who we feel is QB1 in this draft class. So, like, I'm going down this list and I'm like, I would just rather Omari and Hampton. I would.
I think I'm right there with you, but I just don't see. I don't see. What's that team? I don't see Miami really improving in any significant way.
Yeah.
They did improve their backup. Hallelujah. That was all that was important to me. But I don't think they're going to do much else. Maybe
But
defensively.
I also don't think the listener should listen to me because I'm just a little bit more down on Buzz this year because of his value. Like, so I talk about like, what do I give up for first for running backs? Like, there's a god tier, and I like it's Gibbs and it's Bijan. If I'm giving up the 104 for Achon, I would much rather just figure out how to put Gibbs and Bijan in my team because I can add to the 104 to get that, right?
Oh, absolutely. That is definitely a great starting point, in my opinion.
But we do love Buzz Lightyear around here. Trust me, we do. All right. Bills.
Man, so many options. Guys,
So I think we need to nickname Khalil
match.
Shakir.
Say what?
I think we need to nickname Khalil Shakir.
He deserved
This
it.
is your dude. And
deserved
your
it.
love of him has turned into my love of him. This is what you did for me on Chuba, by the way. Now I'm all in. I'm all in. The contract did it for me. But what should we nickname him? Because it's got to be something fun. This dude,
It's
like,
gotta be fun, right? See, the first thing that came up to me was Slayer Shakir because I don't know, he just looks. I don't know, he looks reliable and awesome out there, but I think we could do better.
okay. We can call him WW2.
WW2?
Wes Welker II.
Oh my god.
Possibility there, Smitty.
Okay.
Or we can, maybe we focus on, maybe we get back to superheroes.
Okay, superheroes.
So what Josh Allen says about Shakir is it is his safety blanket and his go-to guy when he's in trouble. That's why they signed him. Look at everybody. I think Shakir should be on a, you're running a portfolio. I think we should have a 10% share of Shakir across the board. Like I'm in that range of about, I think I'm 13, 14% right now, but his price is so attractive for him to be your wide receiver 4 or 5. Like it's right there depending on how you're drafting. Like go buy him for that price. Like his upside is worth more than you're going to pay. And if he doesn't do it, it's not that expensive. But when I think of Shakir, let's, who's your favorite actor?
Oh man, too many. We got Denzel, of course.
All right, we're not naming him that.
Oh, there's too many, dude. I mean, this during his time where he was like really kicking butt, dude. I thought Jonathan Majors was pretty sick. Like, I absolutely love him in Loki. Let's see who else we got out there.
Let's go with WW2. I actually kind of dig that.
Okay,
But I'm going to let you pick the Jets player.
Okay, here we go. God, I love this team. I mean, you know what? I love this team on paper, but when they, I don't know, they break my heart as well. I understand Jets fans, but one of these days, one of these years. So, I mean, G Willie's kind of been our name.
Yeah, we've been calling him that for a while. G. Willie. We can get Brees in there.
I can't wait for Brees to just step back up.
Let's do
And
G.
him
Willie.
with Fields. Oh my God, I'm actually actively looking for some more Brees shares. I don't think I'm gonna get it though. So what I have is that's what I'm stuck with. Let's see who else is out there. Who else is out there? They signed
There's
Snubs.
nobody else, man. You pick a nickname for Wilson, and it is gonna get solidified.
Uh, let's see.
Rogerless.
Which one?
Rogerless.
What is the name of we can't call him the Falcon. Can't do that. Because
Why? That sounds great.
I mean, well, I like it. The only issue is, He's not a Falcon. Like, he's not a literal Atlanta Falcon. However, though,
You want to call him
he
G5?
did. Remember that? Oh God, that's sick. Remember that one catch he did that was just like that air
Oh, the
will.
stupid one last year?
Yes, there we
Yeah,
go.
let's go G5. All right, we're going to get to this mock. We're going to get the rest of these nicknames read off. We went along on that one, but let's get to this draft, man. Let's get this screen up.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. All right, on the clock, everybody. Tennessee Titans. You're on the clock, Smitty. You get the first pick since I get the 101 in the Princess Draft.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest. I don't love this, but all signs point to Cameron Ward being a Tennessee Titan. So let's do it. I really, really wish. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and this is gonna be this is gonna be messy. This is gonna be ugly, low key. Number one, Shadir Sanders.
Woo!
I have to do
I'm
it.
going to let's do it right now.
I just
So,
don't want Camo.
all right. So here's the deal. I was not going to draft a quarterback for the Browns, but if this happens, we're going to go Cam Ward there.
There we
Now,
go. Now I'm happy.
we're going to talk. We're going to talk this one out. Everyone, we're going to go an hour and 15 today. I'm sorry. We're going to talk this one out. Now, I clearly have Cameron Ward like far above Sanders. I think he profiles better. I think he's more elusive. This man, I like literally, we might nickname him the oak tree because this man is as thick like an oak tree. Like, I think he has the possibility to have a much higher ceiling for like a real NFL team, not fantasy, but real NFL team here. If you're Cleveland, you have to take a shot at that, right?
Oh, absolutely, dude. This is my dream scenario. I really want him to throw bombs to Jerry Judy. That's all I want. And then him, my goodness. And then Njoku, if he could utilize Njoku too. This is what I want so bad, but it's just, I need the Titans to trade out for my dream to be a thing. And I don't
Yeah,
know if they would.
you would have no idea how happy I would be if they do trade out and run Will Levis out there next year. Not
Oh,
because I think he's good, but there are a couple teams that are like start where I just need him or Danny Dimes just to make some starts for me, and I'll do just fine. All right, you're up, New York Giants.
New York Giants. Okay, so they have two quarterbacks, and it would be kind of funny if they drafted the third, but no. We're going to give them. Should we go Abdul Carter with them? Yeah. I want them to have.
That should be the pick, I think.
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and give them that beast, that absolute demon.
I think New York, if they're, I think Abdul Carter should be the first person selected in this draft, dude. Like, he has Aaron Donald written all over this dude. He has Micah Parsons. Like, I'm not talking about like necessarily position wise for, obviously AD, but just that dog that he ain't going to mess around. Like, you go back to that draft, man, you want to draft Micah Parsons, but Abdul Carter at the 3. All right, Pats are on the board. So they got a lot of needs, I think. Travis Hunter, to me, it's him and Abdul Carter, I think, are two best players in this draft. But what are they actually going to use him for? I just don't get this. Like, I think he's going to be a better defensive back than wide receiver. I think he's going to try to play both ways. But, like, I'm torn on where to draft him right here. Now, for me, if I'm looking at the Pats over here, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do Travis Hunter. He's a generational talent.
Thank you. I love that. I'm super happy because even if they want to throw him in on an offense, hey, that's just another great weapon for me. I love it.
Cap, who do you got at the 5 spot? So Jacksonville Jaguars, they got a lot of needs. They have a tight end need. What if they put someone cool next to BT Jr. out there?
I don't know this. I'm for sure going to go. I'm not for sure. I don't know the state of their offensive line, but I do want Trevor Lawrence to make sure that BTJ and whoever else his weapons are, because I can't even think of another weapon. But I want those weapons to completely strive. And if they're gonna strive, I need Trevor Lawrence to strive, him to take a step up. So I don't know, maybe best of alignment, but then again, I don't know, defense. That would be Will Campbell. Oh man.
So
That's too good of a pick. I don't know.
So what if I told you a story?
Okay.
Okay. And this story starts off with wide receiver 3 in my rankings on one side. You have Trevor Lawrence. What could help him? 2 things in my book could help him. I get the offensive line, but I think they'll be decent there. I think I get what they have there, but I'm freaking trading Travis Etienne or Tank Bigsby, and I'm drafting Genty here, dude. Like, talk about helping Trevor Lawrence. I think it works. But your pick, your call.
You want to put Genty on this team?
I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense.
It does, and I mean, goodness gracious, like 0 to hero. My God, dude, you know what?
But we can go OT because we both like this landing spot for Genty next, and I'm fine picking him at 6.
What else they need? Let's give them defense. Let's give them a defensive play. I just want them. I can't choose for them. It's tough. It's tough. So let's give them.
All right. If you really can't decide, I'm going to go Mason Graham.
Let's do it.
Yeah, he's mocked a lot of places. Just fantastic D tackle. All right. We love this pick. Let's do it. This is going to be easy. Genty to the Raiders.
I'm so
You're
happy
up.
for Gino. Oh, here we go, Jets. I think. Well. Okay. I might do this. I might just go Tyler Warren. I'm starting to warm up to the idea of the tight end because we got my boy Justin Fields. We got my boy. If Justin Fields has another like elite weapon out there, oh man, he might actually be a Jet for longer than a year.
As someone who believes Loveland's going to be a better fantasy football tight end, I love this. Unless Loveland ends up with the Indianapolis Colts. All right, you're making this easy for me. If I'm putting the wide receiver for Little Neff. Little Neff is going to get his wide receiver at 10. Saints are up.
Man, if they didn't re-sign Juwan Johnson, I probably would have given them Tyler Warren. But let's get them some defense. Let's see what defensive picks they got. I mean, let's see what defensive players are available. Okay, Carr does suck. That's true. But I'll say this though. There is a place I want him to go. You know what? Let's do it.
It's okay. Your pick. Just give any ideas. Just thinking. You're going offensive tackle?
Actually, yes.
Will Johnson's a steal here.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do Will Campbell.
God, I'm so glad you
that
gave
line
me this
blows.
pick.
I completely forgot about that. Boom.
I've just been waiting for this pick right here. Oh, yeah, let's do it. Marion Hampton. Let's go.
Niners got sniped.
This is, I'm telling you, a Gibbs friggin' Bijan draft where it's just like, it doesn't matter which one, dude. Like, they're not far off, I don't think.
So with the Niners, I mean, they're constantly mocked with an offensive tackle or some guy or a corner. Yeah, let's get that lineup because I don't know. Let's get that lineup. So whoever's offense.
Oh, yeah, offense. Sorry.
Yeah, let's get that offensive lineup. Mimbo, Banks. Yeah. Let's get Mimbo. Good for y'all.
Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys.
All right, let's see what we're doing for. Oh yes.
They're going to draft Dijon Bell. Dallas Cowboys, wide receiver, Fort Valley State, Dijon Bell. Way to go, Cowboys. All right, Smitty, you're...
Let's look at the guards real quick.
All right, let me
take that off the board. I don't even know who that is.
I don't even know how to take it off the board. Yeah, they're staying. All right, they're just gonna get whatever. All right, who you are for the call?
Offensive. Oh God, look at all
Sorry, I went really far for the Cowboys. Offensive lineman, you want to do?
Yeah, let's see what we got for offensive lineman. I just want to make sure that sure, Tyler Booger, sure.
All right, so we'll go
actually do that Banks guy. Yeah, I just want to make sure Tua gets right. Like we need Tyreek Tua to be a thing. We need that to be a thing. We need Buzz. Oof, almost called him. We need Buzz to be a thing. We need legitimate stuff. Oh, okay.
You're making me have some of my favorite picks in this draft. Indianapolis Colts, I get they need a tight end, they need people, but you know what they said they were going to do is they were bringing in quarterback competition, and why not get it at a cheap price? And we're going to draft Jackson Dart, and it is going to be a shit show going in to see who's the starter next year. But I think they'll trade A-Rich if they do that, to be honest with you. I think they'll give up on him. But
now, this one's the easiest to me. This one is super duper easy. Let's go defensive edge. The best edge in
Will Johnson at the 15. Let's go. All right.
Oh yeah, that Shamar guy would have been better. Or just whoever the hell the best edge is. Yeah, they need line help so bad. Shamar Stewart. Let's just say Shamar.
I will say Shamar, but I will tell you that this individual right here, Matthew Golden, I wouldn't mind. But we're going to go edge. Shamar is off the board to the Cardinals. Bengals. We are absolutely drafting defense. Now, best corners off on the board still. So where are we going with this? Are we trying to get pass rush, linebacker help, or are we going to the secondary?
Oh, God. I mean, they could use either one. I mean, in line. Let's start with the line. Let's start with the trenches.
Ready, trench?
Yep.
Michael,
right. Let's do it.
Off the board. Seattle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even know. I suggest the O-line is all I'm going to say.
No, I think it's... Oh, crap. Yeah. No, we went DH there. All right. Seahawks. This one's going to be one of my favorite picks. As I look at the Seahawks, I get, they've only committed to Sam Darnold for 1 year. Dude, they're going to try to replicate exactly what Sam Darnold did last year. Have a wide receiver one, then a good one on the other side. I think it's an A.J. Barner year. If I was down on A.J. and I didn't think he could be a dude, a tight end would fit really. Love him would fit here. But Matthew Golden, I'm drafting him, putting a second wide receiver out there next to JSN and build around the quarterback I just signed.
Okay. Well, I actually meant to say if I was to do the Seahawks, I'd definitely give them O-lineman. But, dude, JSN needs somebody next to him. My goodness, we can't. I don't even know who Jake Bobo. I mean, Bobo showed up. Bobo showed up in moments, but it's nah. All right, so what do they need? They need edge and corner. Oh yes, let's give them a corner. Let's give Tampa Bay the best corner available.
We have to, dude. This is stupid.
Johnny Barron. All right, shut up.
Man, you're giving me all my favorite picks, and I didn't mean to make it out like this, but this is absolutely happening.
Beautiful.
I will be the happiest man alive if Loveland ends up there, or if he ends up with the Chargers. You're up, man. Pittsburgh.
All right, I'm Buka. This is quietly this is what I want. This is what I actually am really hoping where Emeka goes. Chargers?
I just have to do it because I will scream like a little girl. Travion Henderson.
Might be talking 102, actually. I don't know. You might be talking 102, dude. Like, that's such a great place. Jeez.
I really like it.
It gives them some defense. That defense can stand up right. Do they need O-line? Yeah, let's give them defense. Corner. Yeah, let's give them this Rebel guy. That was a good pick.
Minnesota, man. What does Minnesota need? We got the wide receivers. I think it's too early for a running back. Run some defense out there. Get the next best corner around. Most mocks. Oh, there's a lot of trades in this draft I'm looking at. All right, let's build our corners. Let's draft them.
Boom.
Houston.
All right, Texans. Let's give them offensive line. We need Stroud to be Stroud again. Make Stroud again. Let's see. Do they need to replace? Wait, a second. Go to receivers real quick. This is actually this is where we should have put a Bilka. Oh, Carl. This is where we should have put a Bilka. Oh, this would have been such a
Luther would be fun here, but dude, they need offensive help, a line help.
You know what? Okay, we are gonna do offensive line, but if I was to, I should have gave Luther Burden to the Steelers, and then Abuga would still be around. But yeah, let's give them offensive. Anybody, best guy, Tyler Booker. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna switch it up.
The Rams.
I made the Cardinals pick. What do you want your Rams to do, Smitty?
All right. Well, let's just be honest. They don't suggest an offensive lineman, and that's actually fine. Let's look at linebackers. Because I can't have what's his face ruin my day. Jahad Campbell, or Jalen Walker's still there. Let's do Jalen Walker. I can't have Saquon ruin my day again. Can't have that.
This is just gonna work out good. All you Zay Flowers owners out there, look out! Luther Burden going to my favorite guy, Mr. Lamar. Lions.
Fantastic. Lions, oh boy. Okay, well, their offense kind of rocks. Let's look at defense. Their secondary is let's go on the best safety. I like how they suggest safety too. Yeah, the best safety. Congratulations. Boom. Yeah, y'all got gashed by this team, which was so sad. But yeah, who are you thinking for JD5 in them?
Dude, they literally.
That is another defense.
We're gonna go straight linebacker. I'm gonna go Jihad Campbell.
Yeah, they got Saquon as well.
Dude, they just got their D tackle. That's gonna do so much for their defense. This is a team that just went to an NFC Championship game that just put a lot of pieces around there.
All right, Bills. Okay. Honestly, I want to not put a wide receiver on this team, but at the same time, I think I'm doing it. I know that defense got embarrassed, or not embarrassed, but that defense lost in the game. But we also want weapons. So Trey Harris, actually.
Ooh, that's early.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, okay.
That's early. I'm just going to put best offensive guard available.
We did do a lot of receivers in the first.
It's all good. I'm going to put offensive guard for Kansas City. After that Super Bowl, they need to protect a little bit more. All right, round us out. Number 32, champs.
All right, let's be obnoxious. Let's see the defensive tackles.
Dude, they literally just lost two. They lost their edge and D tackle.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so let's give Derek Howerman, sure. Tyler Williams.
All right.
Yeah.
There's the draft. Oops.
That was fun.
It was a little fun. All right.
We ran through that. Oh, I'm proud of us for that.
It's all good, man. We're at 59 minutes. Princess Showdown, Battle Royale, 3-round, Disney Princesses. Smitty, you have the one. I gave you the 101, right? Or did I take the 101?
I actually gave you the 101 because of that awesome intro.
Okay. So, Battle Royale, here's the ground. We're picking up 3 princesses. We're fighting to the death. They can work together. They can have different skills. They can do whatever they want. So, if I am picking straight up a princess as 101, I believe I have to go with Snow White. It has to be the 101 for me on Snow White. Probably because I think she's probably one of the best known princesses out there. But the reality of Snow White, you know what she did? She got 7 little guys, seven little Bryce Youngs out there. And what she did is she wrapped them around her damn little finger with the art of persuasion. And to me, she's an evil princess. I do believe she's evil, but that's just me. So I'm going Snow White because you guys are going to come in, try to fight her, and she's just going to be like, oh no, come with me, go to sleep. Oh, you grumpy, you sleepy, and then you guys are going to stop fighting, and then she's just going to strangle you out in the middle of the night. So Snow White 101.
Okay, wow. I did not think of the dwarves angle, and I probably should have. Okay. There's so many directions I can go to where I'm gonna go with the queen or not. She's not a queen, but
I said
the
she's got to be a
star,
princess, dude.
princess, right? The star of the film Tangled. I'm going with Rapunzel. That
Are you
hair
fucking
is
kidding me?
that hair is something else, dude. Like if someone's climbing up the hair,
That's
then that hair
ridiculous.
might as well just be like as tight as Spider-Man's web. Like that stuff is steel probably. Her hair's a weapon is all I'm saying, and it's long. Pause.
Dude, Rapunzel was my 101. I thought there was no way in hell you were going to pick Rapunzel. Because my whole theory is after Snow White taught you, makes you go to sleep and everything, she's going to tie you up with her hair. Like, I mean, I had a whole game plan.
Oh, nice snipe. Nice.
You sniped me. All right, Rapunzel, you're up on the 201.
Okay, now here we go. Now I want a warrior. And I'm gonna go with one of my personal favorites, Mulan. She honestly, the fact that she's a woman, not saying, do not think I'm not trying to say this. This is what I'm trying to say. As a woman, she was able to become a serious member of that army, so she got skills. And I would fight for Mulan any day.
Okay, well, this is debatable whether or not you can use Milan because here is her official title in Wikipedia.
Oh.
Mulan is an official member of the Disney Princess Club, but she's actually a multicultural heroine, not a real princess.
Whoa.
I'm joking with you. She's in a princess club, dude. You can take her. I'm not getting serious. It's a princess club, dude. But she's got all the wizardry and all that. Man, all right. Ooh, all right, I got a couple. All right. First off, we're going to go Jasmine.
Jasmine, okay.
Dude, she's an evil little bee, dude. She's got a genie with her. Like, she's nasty, dude. Like, she can bring... Yeah, no. And who was Aladdin's voice? It was... Will Smith played the second one. The first one was...
Well, I don't remember at all.
It's somebody really famous, and I can't remember. But I'm going Jasmine. I think she fits in really good. She'll bring a genie with her. And then to close this one out, this one's a little tough for me because we've got some really good princesses in here. I'm going to do one last little look over here just to make sure I've got everything I want to do in here. And I'm pulling up the Disney Princess official site. Dude, it's on.
Who?
Ariel, dude.
Ariel? Oh, man.
Ariel's mean, dude. She literally can bring Poseidon in the sea with her. Like, she's got the power of all of that. Like
That's a sleeper right there. That was a sleeper.
Was it? Was Ariel your sleeper? Yeah. I told you. I had one too. All right, well, you took Rapunzel, you asshole. You know what? Go two more. We're going to go 4 rounds, and then we're out of here.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Pizza.
I'm so happy with Rapunzel. Like, that hair is so multi-purpose. Got Mulan as well. Who am I going to add to that mix? Oh, here we go. So we got this girl named Merida from the film Brave, and she's pretty much an archer. So when you're sending fish her way, hopefully she could snipe him out of here with her bow and arrow.
Does have the arrow. That's a huge advantage, dude. Dude, that's all right. Who's your last?
Oh, right. Okay. Now, this one, they're saying they're not too sure if she counts because this is one of the newer ones. But there's this princess named Asha from the film Wish. And the thing about her is she makes a wish, right? And a star, like an actual wish star, comes through and like it's like her psychic. So her psychic is she has a star. Her power is that she has a star, and what the star does is it could turn like plants and inanimate objects into like, beings. Like I think just the fact that she like basically like poison ivy, I guess. So when those dwarves are trying to knock us out.
Oh, dude, Ariel's going to jump out, grab her ass, and just take her straight down to the bottom of the sea, dude.
No.
Yeah.
Darn it, Ariel. See, that was such a good pick, dude.
All right, man. I'm gonna close this one out. Hear me out on this one. You have a princess that has a bow and arrow. I have to combat that somehow because obviously if you have the distance advantage, I'm screwed. I'm going to select Pocahontas. And I'm going to do that because, I mean, what do we think? Bows and arrows, right? Yeah. So I think she's going to bring them with her. She can go to all of her friends. Hey, give me that. So I'm going Pocahontas.
I didn't choose her. What the fuck?
All right, here's the draft. I went Snow White, Jasmine, Ariel, and Pocahontas. Who'd you go with, Smitty?
I went with Rapunzel, Mulan, who is probably... Rapunzel's my favorite pick. I went with Rapunzel, I went Mulan, I went Merida from Brave, and then Asha from the film Wish.
I underestimated your 101. And I'm sorry, Smitty. I did it. But all right, man. Everybody enjoy. Thank you for spending an hour with us this week. Enjoy.